Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. Well, I'm just back from a 4-day break over in Edinburgh, which isn't too far from here, where at the moment the Edinburgh Fringe Festival is going on. And the Edinburgh Fringe Festival is one of the world's largest performing arts festivals in the world. There's about 3,000 different shows, comedy, theatre, dance, music, you name it. And it's wonderful. I would highly recommend it if anyone likes that sort of thing. It goes on for most of August. Tom and I have just seen 24 shows in the 4 days we spent over there, and it's just been amazing. But now we've got a few days back at home before we go back to work. So I thought it would be good to have a look around the garden and do my August garden tour, so you can see what's changed since the last tour that I did in July, and so that I can see what has changed in the few days that I've been away, because it's amazing when you come back after not seeing your garden for a while, things really do look different. So come on and let me show you around. Here in the deck, Yellow Delight is continuing to fruit. Sort of strange elongated tomatoes. I'm not quite sure what to expect with these guys. Quite a way to go before we get any ripe though. And Ace is also starting to set fruit. And we're just getting a nice little bit of sun today, which is nice for a change. And if I just go down, we can see here one of the teddy bear sunflowers is starting to flower. Yay, I'll show you some of the others. Chrysanthemums that I bought as young plants are putting on lots of growth but not quite flowering yet. And my nice big hosta is still doing quite well. Starting to look a little bit raggedy, but not quite as bad as some of the others. And you'll see the flowers are giving way to various seed pods. So there's going to be plenty of seeds from these shortly. Looking over at the raised vegetable trug at the side there, there's some African marigolds, which are stunning, actually. Large flowers. And then we have some turnips that have popped in that have grown from seed. Still some salad leaves at the back there. Some Lolo Rosso that I bought from the garden centre. Although I put some of the Lolo Rosso around the corner in a basin, and since I've come back from my holiday, they've just disappeared, or as I was away on my holiday, they've just disappeared. So slugs probably have got, or snails have got those. There's a little lettuce there that I need to get the leaves off. It's going to seed, and some beetroot in the back, and some of that beetroot is going to seed, but we'll get that picked. Here's another one of the, oh, there's like this little scene there. Another one of the teddy bear sunflowers. Not the biggest heads, but they're sort of quite pom-pomish, which is nice, and there's more flowers to come. And here are some Zebrun shallots that had popped in this basin ages ago as little tiny sets of leaves. I've grown these from seed, very slow to come on, and I thought I'd just help prop them up using these little plastic bottles. So you can see there that there are a couple of shallots coming, but nothing very exciting happening here, but yeah, we'll get something from that. Here we have some of my homegrown Rudbeckia. I think this is Goldilocks, getting loads of flowers on it. And this was decimated a little bit by some of the high winds we had a few weeks ago. But they're lovely and they're great for cutting. They last ages and ages. So really happy with these. I've got lots of cuttings from those. Hi girls. Here's some more. Are you the same? Here's some more. Again, lots of flower heads to come. And here's some more, although I think these might be the marmalade ones, slightly different. But they're great nevertheless. Look at this. Huge. And more to come. Oh, down here, I was thinning out the carrots, so I'll have a wee munch on that. Maybe get a few more of those and have them accompanying dinner tonight. And a couple of little beetroots, which I'll roast, and they can accompany dinner tonight as well. Love roasted beetroot. And up here on the table, here's the sort of smallest of my teddy bear sunflowers. It's sort of hanging on in there and it's got a little tiny, it'll have a little tiny head on it, but that's fine. We've got some beetroot in a basin. 3 lots of carrots, need to do a bit more thinning out. I'll just show you. Let's have a look. Let's take this one. Oh. Ooh, nice. That's nice. That's a nice size. Liking that. Different, I was going to say a different breed. Different breed to the other carrot. That one is Nantes and a number. That one is Tender Snacks, I think. Along here we have some salad leaves, we have some rocket, which is great, and we have some spinach. Down here we have some parsley and we have some turnip that are growing nicely, and some beetroot. Now this beetroot's been in for a while and there's some there's multiples there, and I'd put some small beetroot plants around it and I looked out the window the other day and there was a squirrel sitting there just taking leaf by leaf. Yum 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 yum, picking another leaf, yum 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 yum. And I just went through all of the plants, and to be fair, it just looked so cute. I thought, wow, what the heck, let it have its beetroot leaves. So those plants have gone, but I can always pop some more in. And in front of that we have some dahlias. These are Bishop's Children. There's actually 3 that I popped in this pot because they looked tiny and insignificant, but they're certainly starting to flower now. I love this one with the dark foliage and the lovely orange flowers. Round the side of the house we have a lot of beetroot action. So we've got some, let me get out of the way. We've got some beetroot in a basin. Beetroot in a basin. We've got some turnip in a basin. We've got some more beetroot in a basin, and I've just transplanted this. This was the one that had the Lolo Rosso lettuce that just got annihilated almost overnight. Then we've got some beetroot in tubs, and then we've got some radish in a tub, in a pot. Not ready for harvesting yet. And if I just turn around, whee, here we have the tomato house. And yeah, I'm just back. Well, I was just back last night from being away. I think this one's got a bit dry, but I have watered this morning. I probably need to do a bit of picking of suckers. Again, we're getting tomatoes. We're getting tomatoes, but we're not really getting anything ripening. A variety of, whoops, as I trip, a variety of types of tomato in here. The Sun Golds are doing the best, but we've got Yellow Delight and Ace in here as well. But you can see there's quite a few fruits, but I'm going to have to wait for anything exciting happening here. Can't wait. Here's my Italian white sunflower, and we did have the sunflower here, which is going over now, but we've got lots more heads, and hopefully today's sun will help it. But I believe while I've been away for 4 days, it's been pretty rainy weather here, and I think we're going to get pretty rainy weather for the next few days, so we live in hope that we'll eventually get some nice sunflowers from that. Here's some more teddy bears there, and if I just turn this one round, there. Multi-headed, so we'll get more of these lovely pom-pom flowers on the plants. I ended up moving them up onto the banister of the deck because where they were sitting one time a few weeks ago, well, a couple of weeks ago, I think my neighbour's gutter, or my gutter, had overflowed, and it had absolutely, there was a torrent of water onto the deck just where these sunflowers were sitting, and they got a bit ransacked by rain water rather than the usual ransacking by snails. So this raised bed did have some sweet peas growing at the back here, but they have now gone to seed, as you can see. And I put in some celeriac and some beetroot. And the celeriac is looking really crowded at the moment, but the celeriac doesn't mind that a jot. It's really, really not quite forming its bulb yet, if that's what you call it. Let's see if I can see down here. But it's really, it's starting to. There's one there, that's a bit better. The beetroot isn't quite so happy, but I've certainly been harvesting beetroot, and there's a few left in there. And then we have some volunteer nasturtiums. So yeah, these have come from seeds that were dropped last year, and I don't have the heart to rip it out, so I'm just leaving it be. So it's intertwining. Here's a volunteer calendula I'm leaving in as well. So I'm my own worst enemy. It is a bit full, let's say, but the primary crop in here I think is the celeriac, and it doesn't seem to mind at the minute, so I'm just leaving it be, and I'm just pulling the beetroot as and when. Down here we have some Busy Lizzie impatiens. Is that how you pronounce them? Anyway, they're lovely as the basis of my Rhodes sunflower, which goes up, 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 up. So multi-headed up there somewhere. There's one flower out and a few kind of going to come out. And this is the mystery one. It's probably sunburst, I think. Let's step back and see if you can see it. Avoiding the washing that I've got hanging out since I'm just back from my holly bags. So there, it's not the biggest head at all, but it's up there like a little shining star. Here's Red Sun, and there's a couple of heads there which are looking nice, and we've had one, that was the first one, and that was the second one, so that's two going over. And then we've got this one to come. And another one here. to come by the looks of it. So nice. Red sun. Nice. Nice flowers. And while I'm over here, there's some hydrangea and some calendula and something else beginning with a C. Cosmos. Something else beginning with a C. Cosmos. So that's all looking nice. And then we've got a little dahlia here that I bought at Gardening Scotland that's looking nice too. Yeah, a bit of deadheading is in order now that I'm back from my holly bags. Who's down here? Hello, Beryl. Have you got anything nice? Yum, yum, yum. And there's some more calendula over there at the edge of the pond. And the pond, oh, there's a little water lily there. It's awful busy in here, lots of bog bean, which are these leaves here. But I'm just leaving it like that at the moment. Wildlifey. Quite happy with it. If I just turn around here, oh, hello. I recognise that squeal from little broody Matilda. Hello. Hello, there's Hambo behind her and Beryl in the background. So in here we have 3 of my Romanesco cauliflower. I did have other seeds that I'd sown in here, but the only ones that really have come to much are the radish and the beetroot. Everything else got. So around and about that I've put in some broccoli as well, claret, some small plants that I bought. I did say plant out immediately you receive them. I wonder if I should have put them in a pot and grown them on before I put them in here, because they might get got by mollusky creatures, but we'll see. Going over to the next one, actually via here, this is some these are some snapdragons that I grew from seed, some yellow ones. And here we have some more broccoli, and this is broccoli that I should get a crop from this year. And if I just look down, you can see there's some broccoli heads starting to form. So hopefully I'll get some broccoli this autumn from these plants. And then we have some beetroot here, looking quite happy. And we've got some beetroot here and another calendula that's self-seeded. Going to seed, but yeah, we've got some broccoli in there. Broccoli. We've got some beetroot in there. Did I call that beetroot as well? Beetroot. Beetroot, yes, the B words. So we'll get some from there. Edith. Next to one of my annihilated hostas. I do love hostas. You already know that if you watch my videos. But this is the time of year when I sort of give up and let the slugs and snails do their worst, particularly with the hostas that are in the ground. It's just too hard with the number of hostas that I have to try and control slugs and snails, so I sort of give up. I know probably shouldn't, but I do. So that's that one. What I'll end up doing is just cutting it back and making some space for the other things in the beds. Here we have some more beetroot in here. I've just harvested one of the ones I showed you earlier. And then at the back there's some more celeriac, which is quite happy, thank you very much. And some echinops in the background there that's just starting to go over the little purple globes there. Here in the pallet collar bed I have put some potatoes. So at the back there is Nicola, and you can see they're starting to come through. And at this side it's Maris Pear, and again we're starting to get some plants through. So the objective for the first time, I've never tried this before, is to get some potatoes in the autumn. So we'll see. Next door to that there's a lovely little hydrangea actually. Don't know which type that, which variety that is. And the Crocosmia is looking nice too, although it's reaching out because this is a bit of a shaded bit here. But so it's reaching out to get any sunshine it can, but that's fine. Here we've got some perennial Rudbeckia that isn't quite out but forming flower heads, so we'll get a nice batch of that coming up. Nice clump. Now look at this. This is what I'm facing. So here's another hosta that I've just sort of given up with. But look, daylight, sunshine, snail, snail. Can you see that? Am I pointing to the right? Yeah, there. Snail, snail, rat bags. So you're going to be getting relocated just in a second. I mean, I say I give up, but I don't like not relocate snails if I find them. Anyway, next door are these, and I am embarrassed to say I don't know what they are. I can't remember what they are. They're a perennial. I've had them for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, and they're great. They're about 4 foot tall, and they're lovely. White flowers, spikes, spires. Yeah, really nice. Can't remember what they are though, so if anyone can give me a clue, that would be nice. And in the background here we've got another hydrangea, a white hydrangea, which is quite happy. Thank you very much. This is definitely hydrangea time. Got lots of lovely hydrangea flowers on one of the beds in the terrace. And this particular one here is hydrangea paniculata pinky winky. So paniculata is a type of hydrangea so you get a cone of flowers. And this is called pinky winky, and it starts off white, but it then turns gradually a sort of antique pink. It's lovely, so you'll see that in the coming weeks. But I've got lots of great heads there. I've also got another, like a mop head. I've got 2 pinky winkies here, and I've got a sort of mop head hydrangea as well, a white one, which you can see there. So there's the mop head one, and there is the sort of paniculata one, so you can see the difference in shape there. And if I just look over in the depths of the shaded part of the garden, you should be able to see lovely pink flower heads from another mop head hydrangea, which is very much shaded out down here by the laurel tree. I'm just moving over to it. But you can see the flowers are gorgeous. So it's reaching out to find enough sun to produce these lovely flowers. I've got a number of courgette plants here. This one is a yellow, given a yellow ball shaped courgettes, but it has been suffering some slug damage there, or some snail damage, which I tend not to get with courgettes generally. And here's just an ordinary shaped courgette, which is fine. And the same here. So, starting to get a few, which is good. Got some Apache chilies here. This did struggle with greenfly earlier in the year, but it's starting to fruit quite well now. And some salad leaves of varying descriptions. And another chilli here, I can't remember the type, but it's sort of white, sort of white creamy chilies to start off with anyway. And some more salad leaves. Some spring onions and some lettuce.